about you, but I've always loved flying foxes. So today's Creature Corner is a special treat because we're going to be meeting some of these amazing animals, and we've also got Pet of the Week. It doesn't get any better. I've got lovely Deborah here with her beautiful flying fox. Welcome.
Thank you. This is Alex. He's about 8 days old.
Wow.
And he was picked up off the ground. He probably fell from his mother as she was flying overhead because he didn't have a very strong grip on her. Another situation is the mother's on a power line and electrocuted, but the baby survived. Sometimes adults get tangled in netting on fruit trees and the babies are still alive. One thing I would really like to say is if you're going to put netting on your fruit trees, make sure it's netting that's safe for wildlife. The rule is if you can stick your little finger through it, then a bird or a bat can get tangled in it, and you can get finely meshed netting that's much safer.
Are you just feeding him plain milk?
No, this is milk with glucose and calcium added. We try and mimic the same consistency as the mother's milk. He has 5 feeds a day. I mean, on the mother, he would be eating all the time as he needed to. But she can't come down to the ground. Flying foxes aren't really good on the ground. Flying fox on the ground is a sick flying fox.
What do they eat?
Nectar from flowers, pollen. They're really important in the ecosystem because they pollinate our native hardwood trees, and fruit, and they disperse the seeds as well. So they have a really important part to play. Grey-headed flying foxes are all up and down the eastern coast of Australia, and they migrate up and down depending on the food sources. They are protected. They're actually a threatened species because the numbers are reducing. Flying foxes are my passion. I think they're just intelligent, smart little creatures. I guess you would say an adult flying fox is about the size of a cat.
What's their biggest threat?
Humans. Habitat loss. People complain about them being in urban areas, but it's because we've cut down the trees where they used to live. There's a disease called the Australian bat lyssa virus. A couple of people have died from that, but it's because they haven't got treatment quickly enough. All we say is if you see an injured flying fox, don't try and pick it up, call Wires and we'll come and rescue it because we're vaccinated against the virus. The Wires is New South Wales Wildlife Information Rescue Education Service. Just a bunch of volunteers who are passionate about Australian wildlife and want to do something to help them. So one of the things I like about Wires is the quality of the training.
What do you get out of being a carer?
The joy of seeing a little creature develop and grow and eventually being released and know that you've made the difference to that. When he's 12 weeks old, he's old enough to go and hang out with the other teenage bats. So he goes to a large cage and he practices flying and how to socialise with other bats. But once he goes and hangs out with the other teenagers, he doesn't care about me. He'll forget all about me and be a normal bat.
Typical teenager.
We have a website, www.wise.org.au. We rely almost totally on donations and bequests to keep going. You can manage having your own pets and having wildlife. It's just important to keep them separate.
Thank you so much. Really.
Okay. Pleasure to talk to you.
I've got wonderful Sharon from Star Kennels and beautiful Gatsby. Welcome, guys.
Welcome to you, Camilla. Thank you for having us.
Now, what kind of dog is Gatsby?
Gatsby is a cattle dog cross. He's 2 to 4 years old, ex-pound dog, and he's very dog friendly. And as you can see, likes anyone really, don't you? Really loves children though.
STAR stands for Sanctuary Tales Animal Rescue, right?
Yep, sure does.
How do we find you?
You can go online to our STAR website. That's on Facebook. Contact us online. You can fill out a form if you're interested.
Now, you're a volunteer at STAR, aren't you?
Yes.
What does that entail?
I'm actually on the call as well. That means that I spend a lot of time online. We'll have a thorough interview with the people that are asking about the dogs. We rehome them if possible to good homes. Yeah. A lot of time, a lot of going back and forwards to the inquiry that we get to make sure that we're right and that every question they've got is answered. Dog gets out of the pound to the vet, desexing usually and vaccinations, and then it's working out transport if they're in Queensland or Victoria or South Australia. We get a lot of interstate.
Because you work full time as well?
Yes, 5 days a week in childcare, so flat out job.
How much would it be to adopt old Gatsby here?
Well, Gatsby is $180. He's microchipped, desexed, vaccinated, so he's all ready to go.
Would he need a lot of exercise?
He would. Any dog, preferably walking every day, if not every second day, throw a ball around. If you want to keep your dog at home, safe and happy, you'll walk them at least, 4 or 5 times a week.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
Thank you for asking me, Camilla.
Alrighty, guys, remember Facebook, Sanctuary Tales Animal Rescue, and you can come and meet this beautiful doggy right here. We'll see you again next time. Catch you later. What's he doing? Oh, God.